Amy stepped in, carefully holding a tray covered with a white linen cloth, a soft smile on her face. Hey, I baked this for you both. As an thank you for the help Jungkook she did me. Tong wiped tears from his cheek. Jungkook gently rubbed his back, both of them clearly crying for something. Amy's smile faded, replaced by worry. Oh, did I interrupt something? Tong tried to smile, his eyes still glassy. No, Amy, you didn't. Come in. Amy nodded, stepped forward, and setting the tray down on the coffee table. When she lifted the cloth, a fresh batch of chocolate muffins spread the sweet aroma, instantly filling the room. Amy, these are my grandma's recipe. I wanted to thank you for looking out for me and just because you are both so kind. Jungkook softened slightly. Seeing her sincerity, he nodded, gesturing for her to sit. Thank you. That was thoughtful. Amy settled down on the armchair, her hands folded politely on her lap. She peeked at Tong, then spoke carefully. Tae, are you okay? You look sad. Tae's eyes watered again at her gentle tone, but he laughed weakly. I'm okay, Amy. Just a little emotional about something. Amy nodded, understanding, not pushing further. If you ever want to talk, I am a good listener, you know. Jungkook watched her quietly. Something shifted in his chest. For a moment, he was grateful. This girl, who came, made him jealous, was now becoming a comforting friend to both of them. Thank you, Amy, really. Amy, of course, she says cheerfully. Now, you have to try the muffin while they are warm, okay? Jungkook gave a tired chuckle, nudging Tong. You hear her? Let's try them. Tong nodded, picking one up with a shy smile, then took a bite. His eyes widened. Amy, these are amazing. Amy laughed sweetly, clearly pleased. I'm so glad you liked them. They are glad that Amy came to cheer them because they were clearly sad, and this muffin helped them heal a little. Jungkook sat at the head of the long conference table, dressed in a sharp navy suit as he listened to an investor long speech, his fingers trumping on the table, mind somewhere else. Across from him, Amy nervously received his note for her portion of the presentation. It was her first time supporting a meeting this important, and she wanted everything perfect. Just as she was about to stand and present, Jungkook's phone buzzed in his pocket. He ignored it, eyes fixed coldly on the Investor. As I was saying, CEO John, with the right campaign, your company. The phone rang again. This time, Jungkook glanced at the caller ID, his breath caught. The hospital. He frowned, lifting a hand to hold the speaker. Excuse me. The investor were offended, but went silent. Jungkook stepped aside, answering the call. Yes, doctor. Over the line, voice hesitant. Mr. John, I'm very sorry to inform you, but the surrogate candidate you have shortlisted has declined. She says she can't proceed for two men. She believes it is against her faith. Jungkook froze. His mind felt like it had slammed against the wall. Voice cold, cracking. Are you telling me she backed out after agreeing? Doctor. Yes, sir. She decided last night. We tried to convince her, but Jungkook didn't even hear her rest. Rage flooded through him, bitter and hot. He ended the call without another word and threw his phone on the glass wall. The phone hit the far wall and shattered glass, raining down like confetti. Everyone froze. The investor fell silent, their faces pale. Amy flinched so hard her papers slid from her hands. Scattering across the table, Husyok, Jungkook's secretary, started wide eyes, his own coffee halfway to his lip. No one dared to move. Jungkook's breathing was heavy, eyes burning with rage and fury. Investor, stammering, Mr. John, perhaps we should reschedule. Jungkook turned his head slowly, eyes sharp and deadly. The investor swallowed and stood up without finishing gathering his things. One by one, the investor began to leave, mumbling polite excuses. Soon, the entire room was empty except for Jungkook, Hoseok, and Amy. Amy stood frozen near the projector, hugging her note to her chest, her eyes wide and fearful. Hoseok cleared his throat, breaking the awful silence. Hoseok, careful. Sir, what happened? Jungkook didn't answer. He slumped back against his chair, closing his eyes, face clenched so tight his knuckles went wide. Amy stepped forward slowly, voice small but sincere. Are you okay? Jungkook opened his eyes dark with pain, but he didn't shout at her. Instead, he said, No, I'm not. Can you guys please leave me alone for some time? Both Hoseok and Amy nodded and left. Jungkook then slammed the door and locked himself inside, refusing to speak. Amy and Hoseok exchanged worried glances through the glass wall. They could see Jungkook sitting alone at the head of the table, face buried in his hand, shoulders trembling. Amy whispering to Hoseok, He looks so broken. Hoseok started rubbing his forehead. I have never seen him like this. Should we call Taeyong, sir? Amy nodded. Yes, please. Hoseok quickly dialed Taeyong's number. Taeyong, sir, something happened. Can you come right away? Jungkook, sir, need you. Taeyong didn't even wait for more detail. I'm on my way. 10 minutes later, Taeyong came rushing into the office, his eyes wide with worry. His hair was slightly messy, like he had run straight from home, and he wore a soft oversized sweater that made him look gentle and comforting. Taeyong, where is he? Amy pointed to the meeting room. He is in there. He won't talk to anyone. Taeyong nodded and walked toward the door, pressing his palm against the glass. Ko, it's me. Open the door, love. There was a buzz, then a click of the lock turning. Jungkook pulled open the door so quickly it nearly banged the wall, and without a second hesitation, he threw his arms around Taeyong, putting his face into Tae's chest. His entire body shook as he clung to him desperately, like he was trying to hold himself together. The employee watched from outside froze, their eyes widening. Their powerful, intimidating CEO was crying in the arm of his lover. Taeyong gently stroked his back, murmuring soft, It's okay, I am here. Then he guided Jungkook back inside and closed the door behind them, shutting out the shocked stares. Amy turned away quickly to give them privacy, blinking back her tears of sympathy. Taeyong settled Jungkook down on the couch in the meeting room, brushing tears from his cheek and holding his hand. You are okay now? I am here, baby. Just breathe. Jungkook nodded shakily, leaning into him, trying to calm down. Meanwhile, Amy, worried, decided to bring them water. She rushed toward the kitchenette with a tray, but her hands were trembling so badly that she nearly tripped on the carpet. Just before she could fall, a pair of steady hands grabbed her shoulder. Hoseok, gently steadying her. Careful, Amy. Amy's heart skipped a beat when she looked up and met Hoseok's kind, worried gaze. His warm brows eyes calmed her instantly, and she blushes, holding the tray tighter. Amy, softly. Thank you, Hoseok. Hoseok smiled softly, brushing a stray hair from her force. It's okay, I will help you carry this. Amy failed, her face heat up even more and couldn't help a shy smile as they walked through the together to bring water for Jungkook and Taeyong. Taeyong gently cupid Jungkook's tear-streaked face, trying to soothe him, his thumb brushing under Jungkook's eyes. Cool. What happened? Tell me. Jungkook swallowed asked, his voice breaking. Another one, they. Another surrogate said no. Taeyong's heart sunk, his own eyes filled with tears. Another one? Jungkook nodded, biting his lips. She said she can't carry a baby for two men. She thinks it's wrong. Tears filled up as he whispered, Isn't that this fifth surrogate who backed out? Jungkook nodded again, his entire body shivering with the heartbreak. Taeyong felt his own tears spill over as he pulled Jungkook into his arm tightly. Taeyong, whispering against Jungkook's ear, It's okay. Shh, baby. There will be someone, I know it. There has to be someone out there who will say yes to us. Please don't give up. Jungkook clung to him, desperate for comfort, his breathing hitching but calmed little by little as Thong rocked him gently, running a hand through his back. Thong, we deserve this family co, and we will have it. God won't close every door on us. Trust me. Jungkook just nodded weakly, snuggling closer, putting his face in Thong's sweater. Exhaustion, stress, and the emotion crashed over him all at once. And after all the stress, he drifted off to sleep in Thong's arms. Thong stayed still, one hand stroking Jungkook's head, keeping him safe and warm. Meanwhile, outside the glass door, Amy and Usyok peeked in quietly, seeing their CEO curled up in his lover's embrace, looking so fragile, made Amy's eyes sting with sympathy. Usyok sighed softly, shaking his head. Jeon, sir, you work so hard, but your heart suffered the most. Amy looked up at Usyok. They really love each other. Usyok nodded. Yeah, they do. Amy, they deserve that baby. Usyok glanced at her and smiled gently, then nodded again. They really do. Amy took a deep breath, holding the empty tray close to her chest. Let's leave them alone for now. Hoseok agreed, and the two of them stepped out quietly, closing the meeting room door behind them. So Thong could hold Jungkook in peace. Give the two lovers the privacy they deserve. The office was quiet as everyone has already left. Amy sat at the desk, staring blankly at her computer screen, lost in her own thought about everything that had happened today. Jungkook breaking down, Tai comforting him, their heartbreak struggle to have a baby. She didn't even notice Hoseok approaching until he set a warm cup of coffee in front of her. Gentle smile. Here, you look like you need this. Amy blinked and snapped out of her desk, a graceful smile spreading across her face. Thank you, Seokshi. I really need this. He leaned against her desk, sipping his own coffee. What's on your mind? Amy sighed, keeping the mug in both of her hands. I was just thinking about them, Jungkookshi and Thongshi. They are trying so hard. By the way, for how long they have been trying for a baby? Hoseok nodded. Yeah, it's been 7 months now since they started searching for a surrogate. They have been in a live-in relationship for a while and decided they wanted to have a kids first. Once their child is around 5 or 6, they want to get married. Amy's eyes widened, impressed. Really? That's honestly beautiful. Hoseok shook less softly. It's a bit different, right? Most people get married first, then think of kids, but they wanted to build their family before celebrating a wedding. They say they want their child to see their wedding and remember it forever. Amy smiles. That's so pure. They are really good people, Hoseokshi. Hoseok nodded. They are. And it's me who has been handling all the surrogate paperwork for them, talking to doctor agencies. It breaks my heart every time one back out. They don't deserve this pain. Amy nodded quietly, taking a sip of her coffee. They really are kind. They deserve every bit of happiness. I also wish they can have a kid soon. Hoseok looked at her curiously. Do you know them closely? Amy's eyes lit up. Oh yes, they are my neighbors. It's fun. Actually, Tai and I bake together a lot, share recipes. Every Sunday we go shopping, and he loves spending time with me. He is so bubbly, always making me laugh. Hoseok smiles. That sounds nice. Amy giggled, remembering. Sometimes Jungkook gets a little grumpy because Tai spent time with me, but he is okay with it as long as Thong is happy. They are cute, honestly. Hoseok laughed softly, shaking his head. Yeah, that sounds just like them. Anyway, let me drop you home. Amy. Oh, no, I will manage. Hoseok. Hey, it's okay. I want to do it. Please, I offer it. Amy. Well, okay then. Let's go. Amy found herself in Taeyong and Jungkook's living room. On the floor, a tiny baby bubbling, cheeks sprinkling, eyes was crawling on the floor, giggling happily. Taeyong and Jungkook were crouched on either side, calling to him in their playful, sweet voice. Taeyong clapping softly. Come on, baby, catch up, pa. Jungkook laughing. Over here, come on. The baby smiles with excitement, hands slapping the floor as he tried to move faster. Then, without warning, he gets up, balancing himself but shakily on two tiny feet. Tong and Jungkook froze mid-ice, their heart in their throat. Jungkook, Tai, is he? Tong, he is standing. In the precious moment, the baby took a first unsteady step, wobbling, but he tried, right toward his own two smiling fathers. Thong's hand flew to his mouth, tears sprinkling in his eyes, while Jungkook leaned forward, arms wide open. Jungkook, come here, sweetheart. The baby made it all the way to them, throwing himself on them with delighted love. Both fathers caught him instantly, hugging him close, laughing and crying at the same time. They showered the baby with kisses, holding him between them with a joy that was so pure it practically lit up the room. Amy was sitting on the couch, gentle smile on her lip, recording every moment on her camera so Taeyong and Jungkook could keep it forever. Her heart felt warm and full, seeing them so complete, a perfect family. Suddenly, Amy jolted awake, blinking at the morning light streaming through the window. Her heart was still pounding, and for a moment she sat frozen, trying to process what she had just dreamed. It was so real. The baby, their laughter, the happiness. Amy touches her own chest, smiling softly, a hopeful sparkling lighting in her chest. Amy, whispering to herself, don't know why I saw that, but I felt so real. Maybe it means something good is coming. She couldn't explain it, but deep down she truly believed Taeyong and Jungkook would get their happiness soon. Instead of telling them about the dream, Amy decided to focus on bringing them some comfort. She got up of the bed, freshened up, and tied her hair back with a mission. She smiles brightly. Let's cook something good for them today. They need a reason to smile. She began to pack up ingredients and recipe, ready to bring a little light to Taeyong and Jungkook's morning, carrying hope in her heart that maybe her dream was a sign of something wonderful to come. Amy sat at her desk, a mountain of files stacked beside her, her laptop open but her eyes barely able to focus on the screen. Her head pounded, her body itching, and her eyes burning with exhaustion. She pressed her fingerprints to her temple, trying to ease the pain, but it wasn't helping. Jungkook was passing by the way to a meeting when he passed, catching sight of her. Her face was pale, sweat on her forehead, and her eyes looking red and watery. Jungkook, frowning, stopping in front of her desk. Amy, what's wrong? Amy caught up and bowed, forcing a small smile. Nothing, sir, I'm fine. Jungkook narrowed his eyes. You don't look fine. He leaned down and without hesitation placing the back of his hand against her forehead. The way her forehead is burning made his eyes wide. Jungkook with worry. You are burning up. How can I say you are fine with a fever like this? Amy tried to wave him off weakly. It's just a little fever. I can manage. But before she could finish, she felt dizzy. Jungkook folded his arm across his chest. Is this what you call managing? Amy looked down, embarrassed and helpless. I just didn't want to burden anyone. Jungkook sighed, pulling out his phone. You are not a burden, Amy. I won't let you work yourself into the ground. He dialed quickly, and a moment later, Haseok appeared in the doorway. Haseok, concerned. Sir, you call it? Jungkook pointed to Amy. She is not well. Take her to the hospital right now and make sure she is checked properly. I'll book the appointment. Amy's eyes went wide. No, please, I'm fine, really. Hoseok stepped closer, gently but firmly, placing a hand on her shoulder. Amy, you look like you are about to collapse. Please don't argue. She opened her mouth to protest, but another wave of dizziness made her grab the table for support. Hoseok immediately held her, steadying her by her arms, his own heart breaking faster in worry. Hoseok, come on, let's get you shaken. I will stay with you, don't worry. Amy bit her lip, hesitating, but finally nodded weakly, unable to fight the exertion anymore. Hoseok helped her up, wrapping his arm around her shoulder to guide her out of the office. Cook watched them go, letting out a tired sigh. Jungkook, why does she think taking care of herself is a burden? Amy leaned against Hoseok as they walked toward the elevator, her eyelids dropping but a tiny smile forming on her lips at how gently Hoseok supporting her. Amy whispering, thank you, Hoseok. It's okay, just focus on getting better, alright? And with that, they headed down the parking lot off to the hospital, leaving Jungkook to hope she would recover soon. After all, they had already been through enough heartache. Hoseok led Amy to the waiting area, helping her sit down as she looked pale and shaky. Hoseok concerned, stay here, I will check you in. He went to speak with the nurse at the counter. Meanwhile, another nurse approached Amy kindly. Nurse, Miss Amy, please come with me. Amy looked up, exhausted. Fever is clouding her mind. Okay. She got up slowly, following the nurse without questioning, thinking maybe this was the routine checkup. The nurse took her into the sterile examination cabin. Amy sat there obediently as the nurse checked her vital, drew some blood, then started explaining a series of steps in the calm medical language that Amy barely registered. Her headache. She felt dizzy again. She told the doctor, and the doctor said she can sleep if she is feeling sleepy. So she did, fell in deep slumber. The doctor realized she has a fever, so she will add some medicine for a fever later. They administered a quick hormone shot, did a scan, and drew more sample. Amy thought Mr. John has already talked about her for this, so she was fully trusting the doctor. After some time, her eyes opened. She was so tired she couldn't hardly keep her eyes open. She signed a small paper. They put in front of her without reading it fully, trusting it was just a release form for test. No one mentioned about anything. Doctor, this is your medicine. You have to take this now. Amy nodded, taking the medicine from the doctor and remember, take them on time as they are mentioned in this note. Please remember, you have to come back after 2 days. Amy, okay, doctor. After about an hour, the nurse helped her back to the waiting area where Hoseok was anxiously waiting. Hoseok, revealing, are you done? How do you feel? Amy forced a big smile. There is some test. I'm really sleepy. Hoseok gently supported her. Come on, I will take you home to rest. Amy leaned against him, half conscious, still wondering why the test felt so complicated, but she was too trained to question it. But she didn't know what mistake the doctor has made. What had actually happened in the examination room was far from a normal fever shake. It was the beginning of the process that might change her life completely without her even realizing. The moment Tong heard Hoseok's car outside Amy's house, he rushed to the door worried. As soon as Hoseok carefully helped Amy out of the passenger seat, Tong was already there to catch her, concerned all over his face. Tong gently, Amy, are you okay? Amy tried to smile weakly. I am sorry, Tong shushed her kindly. Shh, don't apologize. Let's get you inside. He slipped his arm around her shoulder, guiding her slowly into the house, with Hoseok following, carrying her bag. Tong helped Amy lie down on the bed, tucking a soft blanket around her and placing a gentle, cooling fingertip on her forehead. They, brushing her hair back. This will help you bring your fever down, okay? Just rest. Amy's eyes closed, trusting him completely. As she was exhausted, Tong sat worried, catching her breath steady. Then he turned to Usyok with a grateful smile. Tong, thanks for bringing her home, Hobby. She needs rest so badly. Usyok nodded. Of course, I couldn't leave her like that. Tong nodded, stretching his shoulder a bit. Jungkook told me about her fever, so I thought I would stay and check on her. I was just about to make dinner actually. Why didn't you join us? You can leave after we eat, and Amy will probably sleep through until morning. Wasyok looked down sadly. But I don't feel like eating. They, oh gosh, Hobie Young, I know you like her so much, but you not eating isn't a solution. Please stay healthy. At least one of you, Wasyok eyes widened. How do you know I like her? They, smiling at him. I saw your sadness and Jungkook told me the way you look at her at office. Try to talk to her with any reason. Try to get close to her. Hoseok blushes looking down. Oh, it's not like that. They. Oh, come on, Obi-young. Let's make dinner together. Jungkook will love it. Hoseok nodded together. The two of them moved in the kitchen while Amy slept soundly in her room in her home. Jungkook stood in front of the mirror, buttoning up his shirt, fixing his tie. His mind was still heavy from the stress of the past days, but he took a breath to focus on the work. Just then his phone buzzed on the nightstand. Caller ID. Dr. Kim. Jungkook picked it up, assuming it might be more news about surrogate. Jungkook calmly. Hello, Dr. Kim. Dr. Kim. Mr. John, I just wanted to update you. The surrogate you sent yesterday did not decline. We completed the process and everything went smoothly. She was an excellent match. Jungkook froze, confused. Which surrogate? I didn't send any surrogate yesterday. There was a pause. Dr. Kim sounded puzzled. What do you mean? You sent Amy 2 days ago. We proceeded as per your usual arrangements. Jungkook heart dropped to his stomach, eyes widening in horror. Amy? Amy, my employee Amy. Dr. Kim replied in a calm tone as if this were the most normal thing. Yes, Miss Amy. The paperwork was proceeded 2 days ago. We completed the transfer and she is now pregnant with your child. The phone fell from Jungkook's hand.